Hi, this is John McMath, and people always ask me, like, how are you able to do what you're able to do since you've been bedridden pretty much for the last 12 months? As most of you guys know, I've had really bad sciatica and have not really been able to do anything. I can't drive, can't sit, and I've had to be extremely creative. And of course, without my fiance Jennifer being able to do a lot of the things that she does, there's no way that any of this could be happening. And I'll explain her role in this as we go through this. So first off, as you guys know, we run our business off the internet. So I had to learn everything there is about the internet. Now this happens to be our website, which you see. Well, what you're seeing here, that's what this looks like on this end. You know, the old computer geeky HTML garbage. You know, here's the visual part of that. So that's how I had to learn. I had to learn everything about that. And of course, you've probably read that article if you've gone to our Sciatic Pain website. Had to learn that. The shopping cart, had to learn everything about that. This program called Kajabi, which is where we do all of our videos that we do. Had to learn everything about that. So really, that's learning everything on the internet is just had to take the time to do it, which is really, really tough when you're hurting. If you're in pain, you know that. Now, I'm laying on a couch, and we'll get to what that looks like in a sec. I've got, you can see my digital camera. We'll get, to where we're shooting our pictures. I've got a MacBook here. Now, what I've done, it's kind of creative and interesting. First off, I've got 2 or 3 hard drives that I do time machine, obviously. And then also, when we shoot our video, we capture it. And you want to put your video on a separate hard drive. That's for a different video lesson. You see, I've got just an external, like 16 gig flash drive, so I can share between Jen and I when we need to. iPhone, because again, when she's gone, I got to stay in contact. It also keeps it charged. There's a hard drive. Here's what I did that's super interesting is, Jen has a MacBook Pro, and when you're doing video editing, more is just better. I mean, you just need more computers crunching more videos. Well, the adapter for the MacBook Pro is different. So all I have to do to borrow her machine, if I'm crunching a bunch of videos, I'll put her machine on top of mine, plug this adapter in, which goes to this monitor, and then I have my wireless mouse and keyboard hooked up to this USB. I'll just simply unplug this, plug it into her computer, and then I'm jamming with my wireless, mouse, all that whole deal. Just an easy swap, and then I can just pull my computer. But there's so many ways I can do it. That's how I've had to do it. You notice my credit card's under here because I've had to buy everything off of Amazon most of the time because of the way that works. I'll order something online, and then it goes to our UPS store or here, Jen will and grab it because, like I said, I can't go anywhere. And you can see my bills, everything is here. Everything I've had to learn, like about filming, about different sciatica, neurotransmitters. Brennan Bouchard's, he's helped me out a tremendous amount. Our outline, tube tape, Market Pacific lighting system. So many, just my whole world is right here. So this is what this looks like, just learning everything about everything on that end. And then depending on the pain and everything, that's what it looks like from there. Now, one thing that is super cool that have been able to do is, if you notice, I've spent a lot of time, watching stepping, and lifting videos and, learning body mechanics. I spent a lot of time. So obviously we have, the old school VHS, DVD, every way we could do it. If you notice this cord here, that's a RGB cable, and you can hook your computer to that and run, wireless. So I can run any PowerPoint, anything, so I can have people come over and we can go over anything that we need to. We can have the computer there. I've got an extension to run all the way to my computer here. So I can sit here and have it on a huge screen where everybody can see it, and also the sound, the same deal. So that's really kind of a neat thing that's been able to do, so we can really stay in one place but get it where everybody can see things. Now, the big question I get is, what about the printing? I don't see a printer. How do you do that? Because yes, there's a heck of a lot of printing going on. Well, the beauty and the magic of that is in Jen's office. Jen has a MacBook Pro and then obviously a monitor. And then what we've done, we've got a Canon all-in-one, really nice machine. The key here is this, what's called the time capsule. It's a 2 terabyte, which is good for backup, but it's wireless. So all I have to do when I want to print something is I just have to select Jen's printer in her office, and then she can come and bring it to me. I also have a wireless printer in my office too, so it's really cool. If her has a paper jam, I just click onto the other one and then I say, hey Jen, go in my office and grab it. My office is right there. We won't go in there because I'm not using it. It's just kind of storage right now. And then of course the restroom, and if you know about my pelvic floor spasming and that whole deal, you know what that's like and how important that is. So people ask, okay, so great. You see that we got some really cool technology, very cheaply done, to be honest, and we'll be doing lots of videos on how I did it and all that. But how do you get these beach shots? Like, how do you do like what do you do? Like, how do you do that? Well, there's 2 ways we do it. First off, we live basically 5 minutes from that beach that we do most of those shots on and those videos in that cafe. And it's some of the most magnificent shoreline in the world. So what I do is I climb in Jen's car in her back seat, because I can't sit, I have to lay down. So we'll plan it. I'll have my skirt or whatever we're doing with me, and I'll lay down in the back of her car or Bronco and go and we'll do the shot. We'll park at the 20-minute post office parking lot because they do give tickets if you're 21 minutes. We'll go, it's like a 100-foot walk to the beach. We'll go shoot the beach scene, which is typically a 3 to 5 minute shoot, and that's it. So that's how we were able to do that, and those are the beginning shots. Now, how we were able to do what these virtual reality and these crazy things that we do, we have set up a studio. And we've got professional lights. We're getting ready to sound the sides. There's a few other things we're going to do, obviously. But we have set up, a chroma key studio. We have a portable chroma key so we can be versatile with it. And we've got props. We've got everything that you can think of. And this is how we do that. And by getting, people like Pacific Coast Lighting, people from Tube Tape, like getting really good quality backgrounds, like lighting the subject right, and just taking the time to learn it has, that's all I could do is sit and do that. And again, if you guys have been in sciatic pain, you know that just sitting and reading a pleasurable book, much less having to learn something, is just an absolute chore. Also, we do have, besides the green screen, wanted to mention in that tube is a white screen. So when we do our Mac PC videos, that's what we do there. And of course, you can do anything you want with this, pretty much. So that's it. That's how since literally my world is between that 100 feet, from laying on the couch to going to the bathroom, the kitchen, you could see that behind the TV, to Jen's office, to in here, and then in Jen's car she takes me to the doctor a couple times a week, and if we happen to shoot a video, which we're obviously doing less of that out and staying here because me being on my feet is really bad. That's one thing that really aggravates it. So if I'm able to not be on my feet and I can lay all day and I can come in our studio, I can still produce the quality that I just have to have. I don't care how bad I hurt. The quality has to be there, and I will go to any lengths to do it. If I can't go out to the world, I'm going to bring the world to my garage. So anyways, send your questions. I'm sure you have a lot. A lot of technical stuff. Believe me, I have read about everything you can read on chroma keying, on lighting, on how to jerry-rig it to the pros, to angle. Anything and everything you can think of, to software, to Mac, PC, like wireless, I've had to become a complete geek to figure, because the internet, the laptop and the internet, and to be able to bring virtual reality, and most importantly, Jennifer, and her making food and her bringing everything to me is what, and us, in the beginning when we didn't have this I'm out in San Diego because of my doctors. I really want to be back in Louisiana with my friends at Bennett's, which is what I was doing. That's what my life was. And that's what I really, really, I love San Diego, except I never leave my house. And so I had to bring the world to me, and this is what we had to do. And without Jen being able to do that, being able to help me do everything for me, wouldn't have been possible. So appreciate everybody supporting me, and let me know if you have any questions.
And I just got done with my photo shoot modeling lingerie and dancewear for a company called tabootoys.com. They have the most amazing outfits for dancewear, clubwear, whatever the case may be. I particularly like to talk about their dancewear, their classy, more dressy line of dancewear. For instance, one of the outfits I'm wearing right now is a very nice maroon dress. I accented it with a leopard bra underneath and some jewelry, some black and...
When I was about 17, 18 years old, I had my first migraine, and I'll never forget it. I was up at a water ski tournament in Indiana, and it happened one night. It was that weekend in '95 where everybody died in Chicago. It was like 110 out. Well, we were at a ski tournament, and I'll never forget that night. It was like my head was going to explode, and didn't think too much of it then because didn't know that it was a migraine. And then, I started getting more frequently, and then before you know it, by the time I was 23, 24, I was getting them 5, 6, 7 days a week. And of course, I tried all the over-the-counter things, the aspirins, ibuprofens, the name brands that are specialized for migraines. I did everything. I went to the Texas Medical Center and went to some of the best neurologists in the state of Texas, and of course went out of the state as well. And I was on Depakote and all the other, medicines for migraines. And I got to where it did help some. It got to where it was from about 7 days, having a migraine every 7 days, till about 4 to 5. But again, those were all things that were Band-Aids. It wasn't getting to the source. So